Well, just as we expected, this is not going to be an easy challenge at all. I bring you back to the Birmingham game, as we said, and then for that also important rivalry and that rival match against Oxford United. So as you can see, unfortunately for us, Oxford United are actually top of the championship, so they are currently winning the crown for the best team in Oxford, and we are currently sitting 19th. We've played 4, 1-1, lost 3. The annoying thing is we have conceded 10 goals. So we are actually one of the leakiest defences in the league. And that is something obviously that we are not used to. So I think we're going to have to do some work there and look at maybe switching up that partnership between sort of Malachi Hardy and Josh. I mean, good Sky Bet League One player, and I think again, good Sky Bet League One player. So they're not terrible players. It just doesn't seem to be working at the moment. Goalkeeper's not too bad. I mean, he's not covering himself in glory, but he's not getting bad match ratings on average. So I think we're just being very unlucky. And we seem to be, the first half, we seem to have it locked down. We come into the second half and we seem to just give everything away. We just seem to capitulate. And then all of a sudden, that's it. We are 2 or 3 goals down, which is just obviously isn't ideal for anyone. So I think really what we need to do is sort of concentrate on becoming a little bit more defensively sound. So I'm going to bring Dyer in instead of Gromek, I think. And I think we're just going to try and play out to be as solid as we can. We've got Birmingham today. Birmingham are currently sitting at 13th on 4 points. They've only got 1 point more than us, but they have played 3 games. So we have played 1 more game than everyone else. Why this early on in the season? God knows why. Is that affected us in terms of fitness? Absolutely. But as you can see from the fixture schedule, apart from that 3-0 win against Middlesbrough, the rest of the games were not very good from where we left off. So we left off obviously with the 2-0 loss to West Brom. We then lost 2-1 to Colchester in the first round of the Carabao Cup, beat Middlesbrough 3-0. Johnny Singer managing to bag a brace. We lost agonisingly 4-3 to Sheffield United at home. And then we've just now lost 4-2 to Swansea. So we're scoring. It's not as if we're not scoring goals. We're just very leaky. So we need to figure out how we're going to plug that defence. And hopefully there might be 1 or 2 players that will be coming in. I'm having a look at this guy at the minute, Freddie Simmons. He's in on trial. I mean, he's not really much better, but could potentially be a decent Premier League player. So maybe we sort of bite the bullet on that and give him a go. Who knows? Or maybe we consider changing up the formation and going for a little bit more of a defensive formation, potentially. But without further ado, let's get the game underway. As I said, we've had fixtures coming sort of thick and fast. So we're going to make a couple of subs just so we've got more sort of fit players on the pitch. Ideally, we have our sort of fittest guys out there, right? We need as much as we can. Johnny Singer's probably going to start. Hugo did come off the bench and managed to bag a goal, which was good to see. Francis is still sort of coming back from injury. So maybe, actually, should we give him 45 minutes? Let's give him the first 45 and then bring Singer on, or maybe Hugo on. But other than that, I don't think there's any other changes we're going to make other than them. So I'll bring you back when we're in the dressing room and we're giving them the all-important team talk. We really need to pick up some points. We're going to have to go for that magic 50 and actually probably claw our way to that this season from how the season has started. I think I'm just going to say we're all sick and tired of getting the bad results. Let's go out there and change it, shall we? Pretty much unchanged, obviously, starting lineup from the game that you saw against West Brom, other than them couple of changes that we've made there for fitness. But a big game for Oxford City. I mean, all of these games seem to be big games now, but I think we've just got to focus on the mini targets. Right, currently on 3 points. Good news is there are teams that are doing, say, a lot worse than us currently. Middlesbrough, Wrexham, Bristol. None of them have picked up, well, apart from Middlesbrough, they've all picked up a couple of points. We're currently on 4 if this game stays as it is, but of course a hell of a lot of football still to go, and we know Birmingham are sitting 13th, so they've not had a bad start, well, an average start probably to their season. This is the game we need to keep an eye on. Oxford United, that's who we'll be playing, not next in theory, you'll see that next, but they're not actually playing next. But that'll be the game that we will have next, that fierce derby, and hopefully we can pick up a little bit of momentum in this game, maybe the next game, to go on and beat them rivals and sort of set a precedent to it. We want to become the best team in Oxfordshire. the best Oxford City or Oxford United. That we want that to be us. So far, 28 minutes played. A highlight here for Birmingham. They try a long-range effort, but we managed to block it and deal with it nicely. Archer there, picking up the loose ball into Holland, back into Josh. They're just sort of trying to find some space to play it out into Olasisi. Olasisi with the loose ball, long-range effort, and luckily it goes over the crossbar. Can we switch on, please, Olasisi? I mean, apparently he's got a 7 rating, but from what you just saw, there's no way that he should be getting a 7 rating right now. But the team isn't playing bad. The ratings aren't terrible. It's not as if everyone's having an absolute stinker week in, week out. It is just the quality and the leakiness. You know, if we weren't as leaky, we wouldn't be in such a bad way. But I think it's just the quality of the attackers that we're coming up against versus the quality of our defence. And that's why I'm on a bit of a... Oh, Olasisi here with a surging run and hits the post. I'm on a bit of a recruitment hype to try and find some centre-backs. Francis here, he's offside, but he did score. But, of course, goalkeeper didn't even try and make a save because he was flagged to be offside. If you look at the ratings, look, Malachi Hardy and Josh in this game, both having good ratings. Archer obviously brings down his man, so Birmingham are now going to get a dangerous free kick, which is never good to see. Ball comes in. Oh, luckily keeper saves it well. It goes out for a corner. Are we going to see it? Of course we do, because it's an opposition corner. In swinger. Luckily Josh gets rid of it. The second ball, we block it. Oh, it's pandemonium in the box. Luckily we managed to somehow get rid of it. It goes out for a corner, but we won't see that. We're getting heavily dominated on possession. We are getting absolutely... I'm going to change that down to direct, and also I'm going to say we're in the position we deserve to be. I'm going to drop this back because I think we're just getting too overrun in that middle of the park. We need some more outball, and currently we're not getting any outball. Francis isn't having a great game, but I'm going to keep him on, and I'm going to bring Singer up top and bring Francis into his natural position. Archer's absolutely knackered, but Nambasi's pretty tired as well. Josh is tired, but he's just going to have to deal with it, I'm afraid, because you just are going to have to deal with it. And we're just going to say, look, keep going. I believe in all of you. Let's turn this around. We've got 45 minutes to score our winner. Or 2, ideally, right? Let's get our goal difference up a little bit. Where we've lost sort of 4-3, 3-2, we're not... Our goal difference isn't terrible, but we are not used to conceding this amount of goals. Is it because James Wright's not in goal? Potentially. Do we give him a couple of games? But also saying that, the goalkeeper's average rating is pretty good. He's made maybe 1 or 2 little errors, but nothing sort of major. Nothing that James Wright hasn't done. I think we're just coming up against a opposition of such a higher class. Week in, week out, you know, in the Championship, there's teams all over that are ex-Premier League or very established Championship sides, and we haven't really played any of the less established teams, I would say, at the moment. A bit of extended pressure here from Birmingham. Oh, doesn't necessarily cover himself in glory there, the keeper. And it goes out for a corner, but we will not see it. I'm going to encourage the boys again. 66 minutes played. Luckily, we've not capitulated yet. Usually, after half-time, this is where we've conceded about 5 goals. I exaggerate there, but this is where we usually do it. It's crap like that from Ishmael. What are you doing? It's just not something that he does. So why all of a sudden is that a problem? Oh, they're on the attack here, so I feel like we need to be watching this, but we need to make some changes. Bring on some fresh faces if we can. Actually, we'll bring Branningham on rather than Harris, because Harris isn't fit. Advanced playmaker. Tell you what, I don't know how you guys have been surviving the heat wave, but it is hot. And I'm recording this just slightly after the heat wave. I didn't even bother recording at all during that sort of a heat wave, heat valve thing, whatever it was that we had. It was absolutely sweltering in here, and very much an oversight for me not putting aircon in this room when I was first building it, and that's why I've not been streaming. So there's been that delay, because I'm going to be honest, you wouldn't want to see me a hot sweaty mess streaming. It's not going to be entertaining or watchable for anyone. But Birmingham here on the attack, hit the crossbar, it goes out. Luckily for us, we won't have to defend the corner. We can get a little bit of respite. But again, maybe it's the attacking players that haven't got the quality. Let's see, it's just like Quincy there. He's much better than this. We're just getting our pockets pinched every time we have the ball in a highlight. I don't think it actually ever ends without us losing the ball from a stupid error or a player just standing there. Long way. Should he get being beaten from there? Come on, mate. At this rate, James Wright's going back in goal. Average rating isn't bad, but if you're just not going to save shots like that, what's the point? They've had 8 shots on target. We're getting absolutely dominated. How are we... I'm not sure how we're going to change things for this, I'm afraid, boys and girls. I think we are in for a long one. It wasn't this bad even. Again, Holland, last season, so inspirational, influential. Stands there, loses the ball. And again, why are you getting beaten from there? I think that's it. I think I've had enough of him. What is that? You got bloody glass risks or something. It's just awful. Oh, come on. Get your hand to it. Ridiculous. You weren't good enough. Sort it out. We're going to get sacked at this rate. We will get fired. Right. I'm going to go away and get battered by West Ham. And then I'll bring you back to the Oxford United game. Yeah. I don't really know what more there is to say. Because that's embarrassing. I don't understand. It's meant to be a good Sky Bet League One player. At this point, I'm putting James Wright in, who's a good enterprise national player. I feel like it's harsh putting James Wright in for the next game against West Ham because we know they're ex-Premier League. So maybe he'll stay in goal for West Ham and James Wright will come out against Oxford United. I'll be back momentarily. Okay, so we're here at the Oxford United game. We lost 1-0 to West Ham. We've played 6, so we've played one more game than anyone above us, and we're currently sitting 24th, and we've got 3 points. The squad have also had murmurs about the atmosphere in the squad, and they're not happy with it. Well, how about you go out and perform how you know you can perform? We win a game, and then maybe you'll be happy, won't you? But now I don't know whether to put James Wright in or not. I don't know if just putting him in is just going to upset things. I think we're going to just keep him in. We need to win today. We need to beat Oxford United today. And I'm not playing Hugh Gill. If we need to win, look at Francis' average rating though coming up into the Championship. Johnny Singer's been better than both of them, and he's a bloody youngster. I don't even know. I don't even know what the answer is here right now, and I think that's more the worry. Holland's also out injured. He's going to be out for 2 to 5 weeks, waiting on a promise. Well, unless you boys actually start winning, the promise ain't going to come true, is it? Let's be honest. You've got to start winning if you actually want this. I think let's do that. I want to have a little bit more pressing. He's going to screen. Olasisi's going to screen. Gordon's then going to push forward. Harris is in his natural position. That's not working, so we're going to put him as an advanced playmaker. And I think other than that, let's get into the team talk and see what we can do in today's game. So here we are. The team sheet is in for the first Oxfordshire derby. Pretty much unchanged. We have actually got, and I forgot to show him actually, Harvey Owen has come in on loan. I can't click on him now, can I? He's coming on loan from Liverpool. Not much better than Josh or Malachi. Pretty much the same, but it allows me to have a little bit more of a rotation option other than just Darnell Johnson. So that's why he's come in on loan from Liverpool. But other than that, pretty much unchanged. Luke Chambers, is that... I was going to say, is that the Luke Chambers who played for Arsenal? No. I was going to say, if they've got him in defence, then bloody hell. We are playing up some squads. But yeah, so this is the team. We need to win. I don't really know what to say to the boys. I'm going to say, I think you all know how important rivalries are. Go out there and make a difference. Oh, we're going to have a little top. I guess this is on TV. How satisfying has it been to watch the way that this team attacks and scores recently? It's not. We need to make sure we can find the quality across the pitch. We've struggled a little bit of late. Yeah. I say we're up against a good team, but we can most certainly get the result if we play the way that we can play. And we might have to consider changing the formation. If this formation continues not to work, we might have to consider changing it. Maybe go to a little bit more of a old... Oh, I had to change it to commentary only in the last game as well. I don't know if you guys... Jesus. I don't know if you guys have ever had it where, like, the menus, you can't get rid of them. You can't close them. So basically, I went to make your sub, couldn't then get rid of the screen, couldn't actually make the sub. Then clicked on the highlight speed to see if that would get rid of the other screen. Then didn't get rid of that screen. So then I literally had to swap it to only commentary and not actually see anything that was... I know obviously on only commentary anyway, but not see any of the highlights anyway. So I don't actually know what West Ham's goal looked like when they scored. All I know is that they scored. But hey, look, passes like that, you know, Annan, you're meant to be a £26 million player and you're making loose ball passes like that. This is what I'm talking about. We're not really proving our worth at the moment in the Championship. And I get it, we've got to find our feet. There's also basics that we can do well, and that's the problem. We're not even doing the basics well. But Oxford United here. Long bit of build-up play and a long bit of pressure on us. Long ball over the top. Nambasi does well, heads it back to the goalkeeper. That will alleviate a little bit of the pressure. Let's just play it smartly now. Let's not invite it straight back onto us. You're going to boot it long, aren't you? Instruction is to play it short. So now it's going to come straight back to us. Just to prove it as well. There are short goal kicks. And we're just going to now have to defend again and hope that it goes back into the keeper's hands. Ball in, Josh deals with it, Nambasi then heads it, so it doesn't go out for a corner, it does go out for a throw, and we are going to encourage the boys. Again, Gordon here into Nambasi. Again, what is he doing? £26 million you're meant to be. And you're playing like a £1 million player. Sort it out. Oh my God. Get rid of it. It's just ridiculous. I don't know what's happening, and I don't want to call it that we're just getting gazumped by the match engine, because I don't generally think, surely the gulf in the ratings of the qualities of the club is that much that it's just making players do nothing. But that's what seems to be happening. They stand on the ball, don't do nothing with it. Loose passes that just go away. And it's a resemblance of what happens when you're in the cup and you're playing a higher opposition opponent and your players just fall asleep. That was Paris there. Intercepts the ball, just lets it roll away from him. Nambasi on the wing. Annan, can he actually do anything with it? Well done. He's managed to pass it backwards. Josh into Harvey Owen. Quincy, Harris. Singer's in. Oh. Keeper saves it. I mean, we can't blame Singer. He's not even necessarily meant to be in this starting 11. The plan all along was for him to go out on loan, but what better exposure than to deal with this sort of week in, week out. Quincy had made such a good run there, Singer. Pass it to him. Quincy takes on his man, beats him but cuts it back. Olasisi into Harris. Gordon, back to Quincy. Oh. At least work the goalkeeper. Honestly, guys, what do I do with this? Basic bits of play that last season was going oh so swimmingly and oh so smooth, and you saw it. What is that? How are you getting beaten at your near post? He's awful. He's absolutely awful. Get him off. That's it. Oh, that's it. He's done. He's done. James Wright, you're back in at the number one. He's gone. I can't believe it. Every goal we see him concede is awful. What was that? Get your bloody act together. Honestly, keeper has done absolutely nothing in the last few games. We're going to encourage them. I mean, it's pretty much out of sight already. I don't know. I have no idea what we're doing here. We're going to make it now more narrow. We're just going to try and overload that middle of the park. Singer's having an awful game. Curse the bloody number 9. What a surprise. Why are these all negative now? They're just frustrated. Encourage. Let's bring Francis on. Do that. Bring Ishmael on. We don't want anyone getting sent off. That's the last thing we need. But this is definitely not the type of performance that we wanted. But it's the type of performance that we seem to just getting used to and expecting now. There's 2 points gap now. Quincy's having an awful game again. He's been getting hate in the media because of how poor he's been. I've made too many subs already. I don't know why he's not performing. You know, he's coming in 22 years old. He's meant to be decent. He was decent. Decent scout reports, decent abilities, decent stats. Just not doing it. He's just not settled into the club yet. Harris intercepts the ball into Quincy, takes on his man, beats him. Lovely bit of play. Takes a shot. Look at that. What are we doing? I can't see where the points are coming from. Looking at the teams in this table, I have no idea where the points are coming from. There's a strong possibility that we're going to get sacked. Because look at that. We knew it was going to be a step up in golf, but this is unreal. And that hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? We're not lacking in belief. We're lacking in execution. We're not doing anything. Lose 5 straight now. 5 losses on the bounce. Let me know in the comments section below. What do you think? In terms of the board, they're still relatively happy. I mean, club atmosphere is very poor now. The players are quite unhappy and they're not enjoying their football. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. But what the plan will be, probably play the QPR Fulham game off camera. We'll then bring you back to the Bristol City game. That hopefully is a game that we can pick up points, right? We beat Bristol City before last season, so we'll come back for the Bristol City game and then maybe see maybe the Luton game or the Sunderland game. So then we've done October as well. A lot of work to be done. A lot of work to be done. And maybe we consider changing something. But there you go. You can probably see the beads of sweat dripping down my head and it's getting nervous. The job could be in question. We might not even see out. We might not even get to January at this rate. We might not even be able to see out the season. Nervy. It was a step up. We knew it was going to be a step up in quality. We knew it was probably a step up too quick. But are the Oxford City fans and the board going to give me enough time? Are the players going to give me enough time? There's already a couple who are starting to voice their displeasure, which is not ideal. But I'll see you in the next one. Make sure you subscribe. Follow the journey. Who knows what's going to happen next? We could be out of a job by Christmas. And then we look at rebuilding and going again. Don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't done so already. Comment down below. What do you reckon is going to happen? I need to hear it. I need to hear some words of encouragement. I need you guys there supporting us in the background. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.